Imagine spending 100 days in Minecraft. I know it would be pretty time consuming, but in today's video, I took up the challenge and spent 100 days in VR Minecraft. So, let's get straight into it. On day 1, like any normal Minecraft would do, I gathered research for the base I would be making. I came across this weird biome that I've never seen before, but lucky me, I did spawn near a village. But when I got there, it was on fire. I quickly extinguished it and then shook the villager's hand in gratitude. After an eventful morning, I began to work on the base. My plan is to make this base medieval. Let me know what you think about this house in the comments. As day 9 concluded, I watched the 9th sunset in this world. On day 10, I worked on the attic and roof. For day 11, I took a break from building, got cool and cobble to finish our house. And on days 12 and 13, I finished the house and moved on. And in the afternoon of day 13, it was finally finished, and we were ready for more things. On day 14, I cleared out the area for the wheat farm so I could have food and not die. I finished the path in the village because I believe that I'm now officially a resident of this village. On day 15, I mined out the area for the villager trading hall that we'll be using in the future. Hopefully we will get mending and it will be overpowered. After that, I went mining in a cave, came across gold, and then found 8 diamonds. First diamonds ever. I also tested my luck more, and I got more valuables. I went to get this iron, but I started suffocating and fell, and unfortunately had my first death. That didn't stop me though, so I went back and got all my stuff. Then on my way out, all of a sudden, this zombie jumped me. And he left me at one heart. He was probably set for recon. But day 15 and 16 were eventful, but they came to an end. On day 17, I finally made my first source of food, which was my wheat farm. I built my medieval wall for my farm to fit the style of my base. Let me know what you think about my farm and building style in the comments. I also made my armor so I could be more safe in caves and the nether when that time comes. On day 18, I harvested and replanted my new wheat farm. I went exploring and shortly found these sheep. I decided to lead them into their pen. I went exploring to the jungle and found these really odd trees. And I ended day 18 off with a very nice pet to the little baby sheep's head. On day 19, I committed my first crime in the village. I hired these villagers for my trading hall, where they will spend their whole life, also known as eternity. I constructed their offices. And then I harvest my wheat farm to breed the sheep and make bread. On day 23, I decided it was time to make a portal to the unknown. I gathered the obsidian needed. I constructed this portal that led to the unknown. No one knows on the other side. But using my firelighting skills, I lit the portal to the unknown. I spent all of day 24 into the unknown, where some pretty interesting stuff happened. But before that, I gathered some nether blocks that I'll be using in the future. After watching that fight, I gave the winner a prize of, death. And then these zombies ambushed me, but I got them. And then I began to work on the portal decorations. I started to work on my storage room. Mined all the area out I needed. Built these ladders. On day 29, I began to clear out area for my carrot farm I'll be building to help breed the villagers. I also got material for the villager breeder that I will be building very soon. Here I'm smelting all of the glass. I made rails and signs, trapdoors, walls, composers, and got all the glass. Powered rails, minecarts, water. On day 33, I finally started building my villager breeder. I took down this house because this is where the villager breeder will be built. So it's in proximity to the trading hall. I also looted these houses and found carrots, which was very vital for this to be successful. Made a medieval wall for my carrot farm to fit the theme of our base. I extended the farm further and further until it was full, and I began destroying this house. I finally started building the farm. Here's the center where the villager will be the farmer and harvest all the carrots that will exist in this 16 by 16 block hole, 9 by 9. I got 2 more victims to use as my workers, and I began digging out the area where the villagers will be dropped and transported to the farm. Protected them from lightning strikes, and we finally finished it, and now we can get to business. Day 39, I decided to take it easy after all the hard work I've done the past couple days. I found these cows and led them into their pen. I don't know why they always fall for this, because then they'll stay here forever. But I did block them out, so they could never escape. Put these carpet on so only I could get in. On day 40, I bred my sheep to get ready to mine for netherite, and I created my storage room with all the signs and chests so we could be more organized. Then I made more area for my villager trading hall, and then started transporting villagers from our breeder into the trading hall. I made this guy a farmer so he could get emeralds faster in case we get a really good book that we need to get quickly. He had wheat, which was perfect, so I could lock his trades in because I have carrots also. Harvested my carrot farm so I can get rich with emeralds. And we made 15 emeralds in total. I killed these cows so I could start working on this villager. And we finally got mending. I was so happy. So I rushed to get the emeralds needed in the book to lock that trade in. And there we have it, our first mending book. I also went mining in the cave in the direction I haven't gone for before, and I found diamonds, which was awesome. I found about 15, I think. And then I started mining in the nether for some netherite. When making out the tunnel, I did find my first 2 ancient debris, which was awesome. I stripped mine for a little bit, had no luck. Went back, created beds. Then started doing bed mining, which is super dangerous. But luckily, I did not die once. This mining brought us to a total of 7 ancient debris. And I'll continue more, and hopefully we can get at least 6 ingots so we can make our armor and tools. On day 50, I crafted my 3 nether ingots that I got from my 12 ancient debris I had. I finally got one of the most valuable items in the game. And then I harvested my care farm to trade with my villagers to get more rich with emeralds. I bred my cows. And then I was on my quest to find the zombie to infect the villagers with. This was pretty eventful. And then that creeper came out of freaking nowhere. Then he killed my thing. But then I got one in, which is awesome. Then I got jumped by about 1,000 zombies. Got our Mr. Infector into the trading hall. Gave him some gear to not despawn. Built my enchantment table and my bookshelves. And I was on my way to work towards a full maxed out enchantment table. Then on day 51, I decided to go netherite mining again. Then I got 6 ancient debris, 2 more ingots, and I made full netherite armor and a netherite pickaxe. Now look at that beautiful advancement. Cover me in debris. On day 55 to 58, I got more bookshelves. I went to the nether to try to find a fortress. I was very lucky with this because the fortress is right next to my portal. Other side of the island. We got on the fortress, found our first blaze spawner, and then we began to work on a safe enclosure so I wouldn't die instantly. But I was fighting these blazes, it was getting pretty heated. I ended off with 1.5 hearts. And I didn't have the courage to go out, but I had to escape the dangers of the nether. So I took a run for it. Had a gas shooting at me, and these 2 wither skeletons were not wanting me to make it past. Fought them. I was got hit by a ghast. I got one. But then I lost to the second wither skeleton. We got all our stuff back. Escaped the nether. That was it for day 58. On day 60, I got the wool from my sheep to make beds for my iron farm I will be building. I got lava from the nether, which was very sketchy because the nether, very dangerous. We got back into the overworld, and then we started clearing out the land for the iron farm. We had to make a 9x9 area. Then we had to put water on the corners, and then gates in the middle so they could fall down. They had to dig a 30 block deep hole. Then I made the hopper system where the iron golem drops will go into. Then I did the villager stuff. On day 69, I got gold for my powered rails, and then I put the villagers and there's spots for the iron farm, so the iron golems can spawn. On day 70, I found a cave, and little did I know, there was a dungeon inside. I got attacked by all these mobs trying to defend the dungeon, but I killed them, and then I decided I should make an XP farm out of the dungeon to make super good gear so we can get ready to fight the Ender Dragon, which will come up very soon. Had to block that off to protect myself from the other zombies. Then this baby zombie came in with a sword. A little bit too hard for me. And he defeated me. After I went back in the cave, got my stuff back, and then mined all the ores that I could see. I lit up the dungeon so no more zombies could bother me. I found the other side disc, which is really nice, and then I began making the XP grinder. This was coming on very well. You began to make this chute where they would fall down, so I could one-tap them. Then I began to dig the hole down to the base, so I could climb up there and get into there easily. And there, it was finally complete. Now it's just a waiting game to get really good gear. As you see, I'm getting a ton of XP, enough to enchant all my gear. I went to the nether to find some nether wart, got attacked, but I did find some nether wart, and that was the end of the journey for the nether. I made my small nether wart farm, made a brewing stand, then began to make potions of weaknesses so I could infect the villagers so I could get some free mending books, which would be very crucial to my journey. I infected my mending villager, cured him. I bred my cow so I can get leather to make books, to get the mending book when that time comes. They had to fight off these zombies to defend the villager farm. After he was cured, he was selling mending books for 1 emerald. It's really nice. And then a full diamond zombie spawned in my grinder, which I think is super rare. Someone can fact check on me on that though. Enchanted all my armor. Made a really good sword. Put mending on all my stuff. And I was ready to fight some endermen to finally get the pearls needed to get to the end. And then this iron golem decided to kill one of my villagers, and I was really mad about that. But we got another one and cured him also. Then we began to transport the villagers from the breeder into the farm. Then we got infinity for a bow. That will be really crucial to be breaking the end crystals in the end. Then I made my eye vendors. Gathered food for my journey, my long journey ahead of me. Got my bow. Then I had to say goodbye to my beautiful property to go on the long journey ahead of me to get to the stronghold. And by throwing that eye vendor, we finally started our long trek to the stronghold. We came across our first obstacle, which was the ocean. There was a lot of boating ahead of me. We finally made it to shore and then took a nap. Then I saw this big mountain in the distance. We made it over. On the other side was a village. The Ivender was still telling us that we were still had to go forward. And it looked like there was more boating in for me. After a long journey, my Ivender broke and I ended up on the mainland. Those two Ivenders dropped with their vent, so I had to be near, which I found, mined it through the library, and now our goal is to find the portal room. Okay, so we found the portal room, and we got 7 Eyes of Enders, and 5 things, so that means we should be able to go in. Has been set. Let's get into it. And the portal is lit. I'll see you on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Whew. We're in the end. Don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really nervous that I'm going to get destroyed. But hopefully my armor and weapons will be able to help me with that. First thing we want to do is build break all the end crystals. There we go. Another one. Another. There we got that one. There we go. No! There we go. Now you bought that one. Purchase awesome. It's not too long. Let's go! We got the Ender Dragon in VR. Alright, so we've made it back in the stronghold after an epic fight with the Ender Dragon, and now we begin our journey home. I made my way back to my base, counted this creeper, then I went to bed, and day 92 off. Then, on day 93, I went to the Nether to try to get where the skeleton skulls, so I could get a beacon That's my last goal for this 100-day series. After I defeated this wither, I made the beacon, and we made the housing for it so we could activate the beacon. We fished it up, powered it up, and gave it speed 1. Now, this is the end, and enjoy the following cinematic.